So I saw something. I saw a video. Actually, Dione sent it to me. Shout out Dione. He sent to me in the DM basically a video of a lawyer speaking about a class action lawsuit, international lawsuit against certain organizations and certain, I guess, media outlets or certain people in power. A lawsuit against them, I guess, crimes against humanity is what they're calling it, for the propaganda and the fear mongering and panic mongering of the virus and the pandemic. And he said something that I said a few months ago. That's why I posted on my Instagram, like, niggas be calling the shit. I said, yo, this is gonna be probably
the biggest
trick that these niggas has pulled on humanity.
You did say that multiple times too.
You know what I mean? Because it's like, I mean, when you think about, I guess, I mean, there are a lot of tricks, like the trick of religion, trick of 9/11, the trick.
I would say religion is the biggest trick.
It probably
That's the biggest.
If we speaking like modern day, then I would say this is probably up there. But like you speaking about like all time,
totality,
yeah, that's
religions.
Yeah, religions. Yeah,
because
like,
we took the same concept and gave it to you niggas 3 times, 3 different versions.
Literally, and got y'all fighting over it. Yeah, but he said that, and he's like, it's just a lot of what he was discussing. Cause I ain't gonna play the video. It's like a 14-minute clip, but like the full video is like a good 45 minutes. I watched most of it. I watched like 30 minutes of it. What he was saying was that if you're looking at analytics and how other countries like Italy and Germany and Sweden, they had the virus, them niggas never went on lockdown. Well, most of them never went on lockdown. Some, I think Sweden never went on lockdown. They went as far as just saying like lockdown don't work and we not mandating masks. Matter of fact, we're not even using masks. And they have very minimal deaths. And then they went into the question of how dangerous is this virus really? You know what I'm saying? Is it killing people at a rate that they're really saying?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And he broke it down in the video, man, like through numbers and statistics, like that they was charging people that died from bullet wounds as COVID deaths, like shit like that, which we've been saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I kind of saw this coming, like a lawsuit against these niggas, like a class action lawsuit against them for crimes against humanity,
but
straight trickery.
It's like, for example, right? You said these niggas. We still don't know who it is.
Yeah, I mean,
we don't know if
we don't know.
Politicians are part of this shit. Like, people of all forms, like aspects of society, are part of this shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Scientists are part of this shit. Government, military.
This is who he says he said the key players in the. I mean, obviously it's more, but the key players in the scandal includes Tedros. Not sure what that is.
Probably company.
Head of WHO, which is World Health Organization. And like the CDC is involved, like all the niggas that y'all go to for information.
If WHO and CDC is involved, then the UN is involved, which makes sense why they pulled out of the like I said before, out of the 2 years ago, Donald Trump, he had pulled out of the UN's like Human Rights Council.
Right.
So now,
right.
This is why I say, like, I'm not saying I don't agree with what this guy said, or I watched a couple minutes of it. I didn't watch the full thing. I just started, after a while, to be honest, for me, my spirit was just like, all right, he's yapping now. Certain points, I was like, certain things he said, I'm like, all right, he sounded a little biased there. Like, and then I was just like, you know what?
Like what?
I can't remember exactly the part, but it was less than 10 minutes. And I'm like, yo, this is not adding up. That not adding up. If you're going to really bring somebody down, you have to come with like a sound plan and be unbiased and impartial.
I don't think he sounded a bias at all.
I would have to listen back to it to
because he was running down numbers. I don't have it obviously right now, but he was he was going into the like the significance of like what's some shit called the PCR test. I guess that's the test that determines if you have it or not. And he was running down some numbers and shit. I didn't really hear him being biased.
All right, so
But
let me use another word. My spirit was repulsive to this because it just didn't sit right. It wasn't adding up to me.
what was that? Like them suing? Them
This is
making a
not the
lawsuit?
first World Human Rights Council class action lawsuit that I've came across or heard about. That's one. Two, the organizations you're going up against, who's backing you? Three, not saying that you can't like be fearless. For example, I'm fearless. I'm no major organizations backing me, sponsoring me, but that's why I said I need something more like substantial. It's like, all right, you got all of this shit. Okay, what now though? What is the next step? Like,
We gotta wait and see.
Congress got all that shit about Trump, all that shit about Hillary and her emails. These niggas still walking around willy nilly. Like all the shit going on in other countries, America doing all this fuck shit for all these decades. Niggas never thought to draw up a Human Rights Council violation class action world lawsuit. Now with a virus because of this that killed less people, like they're saying, it's not even killing the same amount of people.
Yeah, he
But
says less deadly than
they're
the flu.
they're mainly embellishing they're embellishing the cases and the deaths, to be honest, but they're mainly pushing the cases numbers and making and to fearmonger people. But my point is, niggas been dying from fuck shit America been doing, and we not pushing this lawsuit. But less people are dying, but the cause is fear mongering. Let's push a lawsuit. That makes no sense. So we value fear over somebody actually dying.
I mean, he's not a American lawyer. He's
I know.
so he probably doesn't give
German.
a shit about what's happening over
German,
here.
right?
Yeah.
I'm
He's from the German Corona Investigative Committee. So whatever happens over here, I guess the reason why the reason why he's one of the lawyers on this thing, because it affects the whole world. I don't know if he would have the same efforts against crimes against Americans. You know what I mean?
Okay, so he said these people that they're drawing these articles up against to hopefully convict are members of World Health Organization, CIA, so on and so forth, right?
Yeah.
These niggas are in America.
Or if, I mean, I'm not sure what, it may be conviction. I don't know the stipulations, but it could be maybe compensation to people that have lost people, or could be, I don't
That's
know.
just like bailing out cops. Just back to square one. Hopefully it will lead to conviction.
I mean, hopefully. I mean, I don't know the end result because we're not there yet. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
I know. But my whole point is, it doesn't matter where he's from, what country he's practicing law in, or who is being convicted. My point in staying what I said is, at the end of the day, y'all drew up these articles to bring these people to justice because of the fuck shit that they did. Now, why weren't these same articles drawn up before? Why wasn't this top tier Justice League of a lawyer team assembled before to bring niggas in Japan to justice for what they did in Manchuria? Bring niggas to justice for the Holodomor. Bring niggas to justice for Holocaust. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah. I understand that.
I'm
but
not distorting what he said. I'm just saying, like, it doesn't add up. But we gonna see though. My whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, we just gotta wait and see if the niggas really gonna do some shit. Like,
because
it's a bunch of things that we could say, like, why didn't you do this then? So when they do it now, I don't think we should take validity from it just because they didn't. I don't know.
that's why I mentioned the
It's
other
not
class action lawsuits, the world ones. That this is not the first one I heard about.
Yeah. Who knows?
It's like every so
Who knows?
often these niggas.
This is my first time ever hearing about some shit like
class
this, like an
action?
international. Nah, I'm not like an international, like
Yeah, they got the world courts and shit. Brings
yeah.
people to like world court. Oh, we summoning this person, and it's usually like top people of whatever country. But at the end of the day, world court, UN, all this shit. Once again, it's white supremacy. That's what I'm saying. So what we seeing is basically white supremacy acting like they hate white supremacy, but we're white supremacy.
I mean,
Not saying everybody who's pro white supremacy fuck with every other white supremacist. Of course not. I could have disagreeing viewpoints with Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Other black people.
the thing is like,
but
even though these niggas is, you know, I guess you could say like a spectrum of white supremacy. Since this virus and all this panic and world regulations is putting, it's not only affecting like I guess the lower class people of the world. These niggas is probably like, it's affecting our country too. You know what I mean? So
it could be that.
Yeah, like yeah, we with the fuck shit. You know what I mean? But like, y'all not finna
impede.
You're not
on our
finna, yeah, like
now.
now. See, I was with y'all on y'all side with the whole racism and shit, but now shit's starting to come to us.
It's on our door.
So we're gonna have to. Maybe that's the take. I don't, you know.
It could be that.
I'm trying to find different angles, but I'm just interested in seeing what happens because niggas been saying this. Like, I could have been on this fucking case. I've been saying we've been saying this. Like, this is trickery.
And another thing too.
No disrespect to people that have passed, because I know a few niggas who passed from this. Not personally, but like family members and shit.
Another thing, I'm very, very, very skeptical of people who is not mentioning the significance of 1G, 2G, 3G, 4G, the years that they were introduced, and the fucking pandemics, so-called pandemics that ran concurrently with their introductions. Like,
yeah,
I'm a regular dude and I found this shit.
They probably think that's a conspiracy. They
with
probably
the
think
facts.
They probably think that's a conspiracy.
Bro,
yeah,
that's like me saying, look up the formula for quadratic formula, and you tell me what you looked up. Negative b a plus b squared. It is. And I say that's a conspiracy.
I mean,
because you found that shit. That's a conspiracy.
I mean, it is a fact that every time they roll out a generation of new, wireless technology, like 1G, 2G, 2G, 4G, etc., that some type of shit happens. That alone is a fact. But it isn't. We don't know. I believe, but we don't know for 100% fact that
what caused
this shit
that
is
pandemic
radiation.
At the same time?
Yeah, I believe it has something to do with it.
I know for a fact.
But there's like we haven't quite found anything that is just, it's like plain sight. Like, this is a direct correlation. A lot of the same symptoms. I understand that. But like I said, I believe it. But I could see how they could be like, it makes sense, but we don't have stone cold proof. Like, okay, nigga, this couch is green. This shit is green. You know what I mean?
It's green.
This is like a dark olive.
I thought it was gray this whole time.
Nah, it's like a shade of dark green.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So, question, right?
Yeah, I think it's like dark green. Yeah.
What is your understanding or overstanding of the effects of radiation on human body?
It
or living things, period.
It fucks with your respiratory system. It fucking mutates your fucking skin cells. I forgot that very important body part we talked about.
Thyroid?
The thyroid gland. It attacks that. You lose taste.
Okay,
you lose smell.
I mean on a smaller scale, like once we turn this radiation on, what happens? These are different symptoms you giving me, but I'm saying what happened. Like, do you fully understand what happens in the body to cause these different symptoms? Because everybody.
I mean, I'd have to like run down those articles and episodes again to get like the actual breakdown. I mean, I know the overall overview of it, but I'm talking about like on a molecule level, like when it hits.
No, I'm just asking the main thing. Like, what is the main effect it has? Those are symptoms. If I ask what are symptoms of radiation on human body, yeah, you could give that.
All right, so give me your answer because I'm not.
Okay, so what radiation is? Not my answer. What it is? It splits oxygen molecules. Period. Whether it's in plants, animals, humans, whatever, it splits the oxygen molecules. If you pour a bucket of water, take a bucket of water and put a radiation like apparatus on over it, and you turn that radiation on directly, faced on the water would start jumping like it's in a hot,
Like it's boiling.
cause in an excited state, because the molecules are being split at whatever frequency is on it at the time. Now, that's what's happening in everybody's body. Well, in people's body once you're exposed to it. Now, depending on your health status at the time, like whatever underlying issues you may have or may not have, you may or may not display different, symptoms, characteristics. But at the end of the day, this is what it's doing. So that's how I know for a fact it is this. Because I don't care what you tell me. You could tell me the nigga head exploded. It is that. It's still that. If 5G, right? 2000G, I can't even imagine what it could do to the human body. Like the body could potentially possibly implode or explode. I don't know. Well, implode because it's from the inside out.
Yeah.
So that's my understanding of it, and that's why I'm saying, like, I know for a fact this radiation. People wear a mask, majority of the planet wear a mask. They don't know for a fact it's a virus, but they adhering.
Yeah. I don't really know anything. I'm
the
just
information here, man.
Just
information age.
I feel like we believe what we know. You know what I mean?
I know.
All right.
If I say I know, I don't know everything, but if I say I know about a particular subject, I know. I'm confident.
All right.
Next subject.
Yeah. I kind of know what to say.